Right then, hello everyone and welcome back to MMS BTCC here for round 9 of the championship here at the Thruxton circuit. Championship is heating up obviously. Sean Michaelmacher, I believe, could take the championship here today. However, he is gonna have to fight off both his teammate Laban Zasnishkai and the BMW of Eddie Redmayne. So, we've got a pretty exciting championship duel here on our hands for these last 2 rounds. But, it's all to play for here at Thruxton, and then the last round at Silverstone. In the commentary booth today is me, Miran, and Matty is here with me as well. Hello, Matty.
And so am I.
Yep, forgot to introduce you. I'm very sorry about that, Kai. But
you're getting a pay cut from the F1 races.
No.
And Seawolf is actually sick, so,
Yeah.
He'll be doing the stewarding duties, as is the case with the open wheelers.
Yeah, everyone wish Seawolf a speedy recovery, but it is quite close in the championship, and we have quite a shocker with the grid as well. However, it is an all Nissan front row, but I won't ramble too long about the grid. I'll let you take that one, Kai.
Yeah, thank you. Let me just quickly do a slight message in the stuff chat. But yeah, on pole position it's Laban Zasnishkai in the factory Nissan team, joined by his teammate Joel Michaelmacher on the first row, followed by Hendrik Salsander, Sergej Kozak, Markus Kaya. Man, that's a throwback. Zigrid Friedman, Patricia Adrian di San Marino, Daniel Nisbetic, Thomas Nisbet, that is Pedro Della Lamy, followed by Niklos Di Grassi. Artemio Di Ambrosio is next, followed by his Formula 1 teammate Hussein Chetinkaya. Then we have Henry J. Brown, another Formula 1 driver, Owen Potter, Eddie Redmayne. That's Aaron. That's
Emil
Vornorkrans. Yeah, Emil Vornorkrans. Yeah, I know, from Formula. No, his brother was in Formula E. Then we have Aaron Curtis in the glorious best car in the field, Mazda, followed by Lucas De Silva, another Formula 1 driver, Conan McGuinness, another Formula 1 driver, James Falconer, yet another Formula 1 driver, Olivier Kaminski, this time a Formula E driver, followed by Petrauskas, a Formula 2 driver, Ladislav Babka, he's at the moment a household BTCC name, so to speak. Same with Christopos, and then Mescal rounds off the grid in this beautiful pinky motorsport car. I love it.
Now, I think the biggest news about this grid is going to be Eddie Redmayne all the way down in P16. He's going to have a lot to do if he wants to catch up to the 2 factory Nissans of Zasnishka and Michaelmacher, who are rounding out the front row, obviously. But you have quite a few surprise performers as well. You've got, for example, Sergej Kozak up there in 4th, and you have people like Sigalit Friedman there in 6th as well. So very, very well done from them. Who knows? We could be in for quite a shocker of a race then. But enough talk then for the preview. Are you guys ready?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think I am. Thruxton is a hell of a circuit, so we're in for a very good race.
indeed.
As the lights come on, there's Zasnishka on pole, followed by teammate Michaelmacher, as we are underway here at Thruxton, and it looks to be a good getaway for Laban Zasnishka as we head into the first corner. It's going to have the inside line. Very good start for Salsaler there as he tried to challenge, but Zasnishka spun, and that could be huge for the Serbian as Michaelmacher now takes lead away from the race. Horrible start for Zasnishka. What looked to be a good getaway has turned into absolute shambles for the other Nissan Castrol car. Sergej Kozak has slipped up in 2nd out of all of this. Salsaler up at the 3rd as Zasnishka tries to recuperate his losses, but Michaelmacher now leads away with a huge advantage, and the German has, I think, been relieved quite a lot out of all this, but Zasnishka succumbing to the pressure here at the start of Thruxton, Kai.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened there. There was a big moment for the whole field, and we can see a beautiful move on the outside from the Nissan and the Peugeot there. But it was madness. You could see it was 3 or 4 wide for a second. So yeah, he just struggled under pressure, and that cost him 2 positions and a massive gap to Sergej Kozak. So it's going to be really hard to get that back now.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to hope for the best. It's still a long ways to go, 25 laps. As you have Eddie Redmayne, who's making moves. He's already up into 9th, so very, very good start from the South African. He's fending off Daniel Nisbetic in 10th, and then Redmayne's teammate Emil van Noorkrans, they're trying it on Nisbetic, and he gets Redmayne as well. That is a nice move from the man who obviously took his first race win on his BTCC debut, making headlines. Already up into 9th he goes.
Seems like Henry J. Brown has had a shocking start as he's all the way back.
Yeah, he has been involved in an accident, I think.
There's a bit of an altercation in the chicane, but it seems like it's just lots of overtaking going on. The team dynamics cars, Petrauskas and Christoupas, have qualified through the grid again.
Yeah. Too loud.
Yeah,
can we get a replay of Henry J. Brown as he's into the pit lane? That's requested by the stewards.
That's probably looking at a retirement, mechanical issues.
Yeah, stuck in second gear.
It's a big shame for the Portuguese man who hasn't been having the best of seasons. Toyota haven't been a very competitive manufacturer in BTCC. It looks like struggling to keep up with the likes of BMW and Nissan, but we're looking at one BMW, the factory BMW.
Oh, yellow flag. Oh no, it's Di San Marino. Di San Marino's gone, and that is not good. What happened to the car? Oh, please be a safe rejoin. I guess that's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Peugeot of Di San Marino. Oh, I believe she just lost it on her own.
Yeah. Try to go to the outside, replicate what Sazniczka did a lap ago, but just lost it.
I guess transfers. I mean, I presume you would be off the racing line, so there isn't a lot of rubber laid down, which would lead to less grip. But as we see Emil van Noorkrans getting past Sigalit Friedman, there is the...
Meanwhile, Sazniczka is fighting with Michael Maher for the lead of the race.
How has he done that?
I don't know. He managed to claw back up. It was like, what, a 6-second gap to the leader, and now Sazniczka is on the back of his teammate, fighting for the lead of the race.
That is seriously impressive from Laban Sazniczka. So for cutting in there, as he goes to the inside line of Michael Macher, and he retakes it only 2 laps later as he spun out from the lead. Laban Sazniczka retakes the lead of the race here at Thruxton, and Sergei Kozak, out of all people in the Team Securicor Toyota, could be challenging the Nissan Castrol 1-2 here.
That is certainly unexpected. That's an unexpected counter, but then again, this is Thruxton. This is my favorite circuit on the calendar. It always provides, well, heresy, if you want to be clear about it.
Yeah. Obviously, this circuit nicknamed the fastest circuit in the UK. Drivers can really push the limits of the car around Thruxton. So yeah, it's a very, very fun circuit, and right now it is really proving itself as a quite fun and a challenging circuit for the drivers. But looking through the field, there is Niklas Di Grassi running in 6th at the moment, fending off Emil van Noorkrans. I believe actually got ahead of the Swede, as there's Curtis in P13. He's going to try to drag that Toyota, or sorry, not Toyota, the Mazda, to another finish this season. Obviously, the Mazda has been marred with a lot of bad luck and just reliability issues. As there's Nisbet on Hussein Chetinkay, I believe that was. As Artemio D'Ambrosio is going to try to stick his fingers into the battle, but Nisbet, oh my goodness, gets the back out there, and that has cost him the position to Chetinkaya, as Friedman is going to get involved into this battle. Now we have a 4-car battle for position number, this is P10 actually, so this is to get into the top 10. It's Friedman, Curtis,
and look at this San Marino. San Marino gets a very nice run on the inside and gets 3 positions.
Yeah, very, very nice. They're almost 3 wide there. That is Friedman on the inside line of Nisbet, D'Ambrosio and Curtis going at it there in the background. as Curtis is going to go on the inside line of Artemio de Ambrosio as they head down. This is Brooklands, as it is called, and now into the club chicane. There's Lucas da Silva, the Brazilian in the Renault's going to get involved into this.
Oh, look at the little Mazda. Can the Mazda do it? It is the little Mazda that could, I think.
Aaron, this is what happens to Aaron often, all the time. He can drive the wall. He can drive the wheels off that Mazda, but the Mazda itself, as a mechanical feat, is not up to the challenge of racing, and it'll always break down, unfortunately. There was an upgrade to the engine midway through the season, and even that wasn't enough, because at Brands Hatch, when Aaron was, I think, in the top 6, he broke down. So
yeah, that was one of the hard breaks of the season, I remember.
Oh!
Speaking of hard breaks,
Yeah, that's gonna cost both Da Silva and Curtis. I mean, it's like they spun. It's like Da Silva spun in sympathy for Curtis, but yeah, both of them lost it identically there. But yeah, Curtis, I think he is a good driver on his day, but that Mazda just isn't playing into his hands at all, and it looks like just a very difficult car to drive and just try and even finish with. As we're looking through the grid, and there's Della Lamy fighting up the Grassi. So the Grassi has lost a few positions, as Pedro Della Lamy, the Spaniard, who's having quite a good race here. As I just say that, I think he's slowing actually.
oh yeah, that's a fair. No, he might have made a mistake. Maybe the engine didn't cut it, didn't give enough power. But yeah, he was really slow on the exit of that corner, costing him a position. Now Friedman is all over the back of him. Teammates from IndyCar, of course, as there is Chetin Kaya. Wow.
Yeah, and up into 9th goes the man in the Tamchester team Maxted car, but hopefully I did not curse Pedro Della Lamy there, as yeah, he's now got IndyCar teammate and Formula 1 driver Stig-Alitz Friedman and Artemio de Ambrosio for company, as Friedman's going to slip past Della Lamy there. There's Patrizia Andriana di San Marino getting involved into the battle as they head into the chicane, and there's another spin.
And that's Redmayne blocked off, losing a massive amount of time.
Yeah, and look at this. Now you have Di San Marino and also Coda McGuinness, who've closed up to the South African Championship contender. But McGuinness and Di San Marino scrapping it out for P14 there in the background, as they head into turn, I believe this is Seagrave, they're going to head into, as it's going to be Di San Marino on the outside line as they head into the braking zone. Still fighting wheel to wheel. There's Potter and Curtis having a nice little battle as well. Now through into Noble.
Just as a word of note, so the new BMW motorsport driver, Van Norkrantz, is now up into 5th, and it seems he is quickly hunting down Sal Sauer, so we could be seeing some sort of battle there. But with the way the gap that Shazdekai has opened up on the rest of the field, maybe when they have to lap cars, we could see something very interesting if Van Norkrantz can catch up. Redmayne is up into 12th, so he is doing his due diligence to try and get back into this fight as well. And it looks like Aaron Curtis has gotten out of that gaggle of cars, so he's going to probably make his way down to Marino. Yeah.
Also, Ines Betic has retired due to a gearbox failure. So, unlucky.
Yeah, it must have happened very that's a huge cluster of cars.
Yeah. And what they're done for today.
I think he'll be able to get it back, though. Yeah, it's gonna have to find a reverse gear. As there comes Laban Zasnishkai, and yeah, he's passed.
What is lapped?
Yeah, he's lapped. But yeah, I think talking about the absolutely titanic gap as Zasnishkai has built up to teammate Michael Macher, he is really looking on it today. But and that's McGuinness.
So, you know, I'll be seeing that car of Sajnitsko.
Yeah.
That's
but yeah.
interesting.
I think it's gonna be. I think tides could turn when eventually
Matt,
Zasniczka is gonna have to get
asked to
scrapping.
show the replay of McGuinness.
I think McGuinness just his engine.
Still,
just
the
went.
stewards need to see it. Doesn't matter if it's a failure.
Oh,
Yeah.
his engine
Yeah,
is
there's
on
fire.
fire. That is the most underwhelming fire I have ever seen in the world. Yeah, it looks like it was just a blow up.
That's a shame for McGuinness, and that is his day coming to an end. After some fights in the midfield, obviously, Zasniczka quite lonely at the moment. But I think I think it's a nice type of loneliness, but he won't be lonely for too long, as he's now approaching the last car of Vladislav Babka and a few of these guys. So we'll see if this will play into the hands of the Serbian or if it will cost him.
And there we go. Zasniczka gets Babka. He will obviously lose some time in this pack of backmarkers, especially for the chicane, or I think it might be. It is an accident-prone part of the circuit, so we might see a few issues here and there for him, but I think that's a benefit for us, no?
Wow, but look at this though.
Oh
as he got almost 3 cars as they were battling with each other. That was impressive maneuvering from Laban Zasniczka, and now he's passed these gaggle of cars. But you can see
rare that Thruxton produces a kind of dominating performance such as this one. I haven't seen something like this in a long time, but I can't fault the driver for being very cool-headed and knowing what to do, as there's a stranded car in P13, and I think I know who that is, and if that is who... Oh, it's not Curtis, it's actually Friedman. Let's see what happened. Oh no!
It's the teammate squabble.
No.
Oh!
that was just she spun on her own, was it?
Yeah, she did. She just lost the brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car's off. Car's off. Maybe destroyed the gearbox trying to perform that move.
That's a quite scary accident, unless you don't want to have a failure like that at a high speed. And now she's stranded in basically the middle of the road, and that might be a bit scary. You can see all the drivers trying to avoid the beached Tamchester team Maxted. Well, the car has been removed, so yeah, that's Friedman out of the race. So
What?
you have Curtis. I was just gonna, yeah, this is quite weird. You have Curtis and Redmayne battling with each other, and Aaron Curtis, he's actually on the offense here. He's gonna try it on the inside of Eddie Redmayne, and there he goes.
No!
I was about to say.
The moment of glory ruined by the engine once again.
I was about to say, what a fall from grace for Redmayne, the man who dominated the series, fighting with Curtis, and he just explodes.
Oh my god, I just want one win for this guy. Oh no, the timing was too comedic. It was almost
like,
as soon as he was about to do it, boom, just no.
the rear brakes just locked up. Gone. I'm gone.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Look at that.
Touring car racing is never fair.
Tell me God is not cruel when you see something like this. Oh,
That's such a shame for Aaron Curtis.
how
I mean,
could he be forsaken like this?
It's a similar situation for him in Formula 1 as well. He's not the luckiest of drivers as a whole.
yeah.
He's a good driver, but terrible teams he joins. Terrible teams.
Well, he might have offended a few officials and team principals right there, but well.
So Norkrantz has actually lost 2 positions now to Salsara and Kajo, who seem to be fighting.
Yeah, that was. I think Kayo's trying to attack Salsalar here for 4th position.
Thing is, can the Peugeot do it? Because Kayo is an experienced driver, so is Salsalar, but I believe Kayo, if the Peugeot unlocks its pace, that's, I think, somewhere there. I think we can have a nice battle. But no, Salsalar has just bolted away now. I am eating my own words. As he's catching up to Sergei Kozak in the Toyota, so I think we might have a new man in P3 very soon.
Yeah, but I think you still have to give it to Sergei Kozak there in 3rd, considering his results this season.
The Ambrosius, yeah, sorry to cut in.
Oh, let's see. And the Babka
And Babka's out as well, we need to investigate that.
Let's see what happened. Lots of mechanical failures now. Attrition is coming into the race. So this is Ambrosio. I assume this is more of the same. Oh no, this is very interesting, very dangerous. Oh, that could have been a big... That could have been a huge accident.
Yeah. As we said previously with Friedman, very scary to have a failure at that high speed.
Oh.
And again, the same kind of dangerous high-speed failure, and both safely unharmed, which is a
I'd say we should be thankful that Thruxton does not know what a wall is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Thruxton obviously being just like its sister circuit Silverstone in the old days was constructed from an RAF airbase, so there aren't a lot of barriers around here actually. So it's quite reminiscent of the very old school British circuits, as we have the battle for P3 going on here. You have Salsalar and Kozak that are gonna go at it for the last spot on the podium, because Salsalar's got quite a good run here on the Ukrainian as they head into turn number... I think this is the club chicane they're going into, yes.
Yeah, the chicane.
Yeah, as Kozak, you can see they're a bit squirrely on the rear then, as he comes out of the chicane.
Clumsy, it's a very clumsy execution of the chicane, I must say.
Yeah. Well, whatever means it takes to stay ahead, I guess, as they head into the right-handed braking zone of Campbell Corner. And you can see as Kozak tries to pull away from the Estonian. I think he is doing so, so I think Kozak has the edge in the lower speed corners compared to Henrik Salsalar in the Ford Mondeo.
Meanwhile, Kajo and Nisbet, I think this battle might end up dying down soon, because I think that's Kajo losing the position to Nisbet, or it could be actually the opposite. But if he closes in, seems this battle might heat up. But they're going quite slowly through this section, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we'll see though what happens in this battle. Obviously, the field is starting to spread out a bit more as we are in the halfway mark of the race now. But yeah, Nisbet versus Kayo, it's going to be quite an interesting battle.
Kaminsky is dropping down. Something's with him, I think. Yep, he's out.
Oh,
that's a bad one, I think. Oh, that's a bad shunt.
Oh,
driver side shunt.
Yeah, that's the because in England the driver side's on the wrong side. He's gonna feel that today.
yeah, and that's into just a solid barrier as well. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that Armco is probably bent. Oh dear, that's probably the Formula E driver sitting out a few races, and he's gonna feel it a bit more tomorrow.
Yeah, as I said, Kaminsky out, and he's gonna feel that one in the morning. But nonetheless, the race goes on with 18 drivers remaining. A lot of mechanical failures today, though.
Laban leading commanding fashion. I don't think there's a lot that that anyone can say, as he's already even lapped the BMWs of the Schnitzer, the works effort. Michael Macker making his way through the traffic as well. Third place battle has died out. Nisbetic and Cajo seem to be trying to have a battle, but it seems a lapped car is trying to make.
Oh no, there is.
Oh no, that's a battle for position. This is a battle for position. I thought the San Marino might have had issues, but San Marino seems to be disappearing into the distance as these two are too busy with each other.
Yeah, Nisbet once again just slow. I don't know what's wrong, but that Vauxhall is just a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's just a brick.
You can see, look at the speed difference now. Like Kayo is past Nisbet. There's got to be something wrong with that car.
I mean, it is a Vauxhall. I think that's. If I'm allowed to speak, I think that's the main issue. They have been awful this season, and it's just not what they should be. Especially, you know, for what they are meant to be the representation of British motorsport here. And you think about it, and they're not performing well in the British Touring Car Championships.
Yeah, it's a shame to see that Vauxhall aren't really performing up to spec, but hey, at least you're not Mazda.
And now that Vauxhall will be lapped for the second time by a Japanese make.
Oh, and look at this. This guy's gonna try to get past Nisbet. And he's gonna get held up quite severely here, I do think.
I don't think Sazniczka is happy about that.
No, not at all. And you can see, look, he's finding no opportunity to get past. At least not for the time being. And now into Campbell, and he's gonna try it on the inside. There we go. Now he is past the Scottish driver. Yeah, traffic doesn't. Traffic hasn't seemed to play. It seems to have played into the hands of Sazniczka. He hasn't had major issues with traffic. It's just been slicing through traffic. Like it's,
you know what? Since you said it now, I think you can make a presumption.
The standard MMS fashion. He's gonna have his race ruined by traffic now.
He's gonna be absolutely bogged down. 50 seconds time loss. You know what I mean?
Out the podium. He's gonna crash with someone.
Yeah, he's gonna get injured, like, engulfed in a ball of flames like Niki Lauda probably.
Ugh.
This is the curse levels MMS people get when we curse them.
Meanwhile, Redmayne has entered the points for the first time in this race, so that is something to think about. Norkrantz is not a championship contender, but is definitely ruining things, making things difficult for Nissan. But he has fallen back all the way to 14th, so I don't know what has happened there. Seton Kaya gets lapped.
Just a slight correction, Matty. I believe it is top 8 points, so...
it is top 8 points.
Yeah, so Redmayne is not there quite yet, as you have...
It's closing down, though. Closing down.
Yeah. Emil von Norkrantz, who got past Hussein Çetinkaya for 13, so yeah. Von Norkrantz has been dropping back quite a lot. I mean, he was running, what, P5 a few laps ago. He's now to P13 now, so that's not very good for the Swede. But Pedro de la Lamy, who's currently holding the last points position at the moment, is going to be one of defending that P8 to Eddie Redmayne.
That'll be a battle that will brew up in a short while. There's not much happening otherwise. There is not much happening otherwise, because it seems all the best battles of the track for position have died out, really.
You have this... Well, it's...
We have
Michael Macher is going to
Michael Macher. Faulkner goes for a very beautiful move and guides Michael Macher through Petrauskas, so nice stuff there from James.
I thought it was a block from Faulkner. I thought he was going to try to box in Michael Macher and try and get past Petrauskas, but no, he actually, as you said, he kind of guided him through as Michael Macher now gets past the Brit.
May have have been one of the last couple of battles on the track. Not sure if there's anything left, as Norkrantz actually loses yet another position to Set and Kaya, who's just gone. And that's De Silva now coming up on Norkrantz.
Yeah, this could actually turn into a battle for P14, as you have Lucas da Silva with a lunge on the inside line of Emil von Norkrantz, and the Brazilian gets past, and I think Sergej Kozak, yeah, he was lapping the BMW. So, yeah, Emil von Norkrantz, I think, not having the greatest race. I feel like critics might call him a one-hit wonder, but who knows? As you have Oliver Kaminski is out. We already knew that.
To be honest, I think that's the case with Norkrantz family. If you look at Formula E, Axel also started with a bang and then kind of died down.
Yeah, so I think maybe I don't think it's safe to say at the moment, but it's looking like they are maybe a bit of a one-hit wonder. Going further up the field, Marcus Caio currently running in 5th. And ahead of him by quite a bit is Henrik Salsaller running in 4th. As there's Sergej Kozak trying to lap Hussein Çetinkaya, as the Turkish driver doesn't put up much resistance. There's Mezcal there in the background as well.
I don't know if it's Mezcal or Metzal, considering he is...
I think it's Mezcal.
You see, he is German, right?
We have a German who's currently muted right now.
We need some. Mezcal is not a German name. Great, right?
Oh, okay.
There's something poignant about the championship battlers. One is about to lap the other for the second time, I think, in a row, and
for the first time,
yep.
Not second time, first time. And something of a bit of an embarrassing moment. I suppose that's what happens when you get caught at cheating.
Yeah. You have Redmayne and Michael Macher battling it out on track, but not for position.
Redmayne doesn't like this, though. Redmayne doesn't like any of that. He's trying to defend his honor.
Yeah, but I don't think he has anything to say in this matter. Actually, no, he does defend from Michael Macher.
That's a nice battle.
I don't think it will end nicely.
Though. It's not earning any points for either of them.
I mean, I think Redmayne would have more honor if he just, sportsman-like gave the position instead of being a little numpty and holding Michael Macher up.
I can imagine Shoal won't be too happy about the antics that Eddie's putting up at the moment, but yeah, nice to have a little bit of on-track battling at least.
Yeah, as Redmayne is now catching up to Pedro Della Lamy in the Mint Motorsport, I believe, team. Yes.
The Park Lane Toyota Junior team, that is.
Oh.
Yeah, this.
Oh, there he goes. Redmayne not wasting any time, gets through the Toyota. And Michael Macher, I think, will follow through.
I think Michael Macher lit a flame, lit a little flame under Redmayne's seat. He just refuses to be lapped by his rival, and now he is putting in some work.
Yeah, still nice stuff from Michael Macher. It's a nice battle between the two, but yeah, Redmayne not budging. It's not gonna please the German, because he's gonna be losing time to his teammate Zasnishkai. The already huge gap is just gonna get bigger from this.
Only 6 laps to go as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting a bit testy out there. I don't know how this one might end. It might end in dramatic fashion.
Yeah, as Michael Macher goes for a late move on the inside, and I think that should be job done for the Nissan.
I mean, those cars do like to dance a bit, having driven them They like to be squirmish on the rear end, but yeah, Michael might easily through, and I think he will be pulling a gap on Redmayne now without any issue.
That was an exciting moment.
And Da Silva's out.
The Silver's out.
The Silva is out. Let's see what happened to him.
He was running. He was running in the midfield pack as well, so it's not nice to see his day come to an end, I guess.
His teammate is serving a race ban, and after previously a disqualification for a shameful performance at a Knockhill for unsafe rejoin, which almost took out the championship leaders of the race. It seems this was a very far back retirement. I'm not sure if we'll be able to find that on the tape, but I can only assume it's either engine. Usually it's engine. The Renaults have had engine issues all season long. They've even had upgrades to the engine, which has proven no success.
Yeah, reliability is proving to be a big factor in BTCC, and especially this race, considering that all DNF so far have been due to reliability issues. As we have a little battle shaping up here for P12. It's Di Grassi, Faulkner, and no chance as Faulkner slips past Di Grassi. Emil von Norkamp staying behind.
Yellow flag
Yeah,
behind.
it was a yellow somewhere.
Nisbet's out.
Nisbet. And
Matt?
he was running. Was he running?
Where he is?
He's
He's-
11th. Literally, they go two positions.
Where? Oh, he
There,
just.
there.
Okay. I thought. Oh, okay. That's why I couldn't see him. I was looking. I thought the camera would pass him by, but I think that is. I hope that isn't a big crash. Oh no. Oh.
Oi,
Ow.
oi, oi, oi.
Oh.
That's a pretty big shunt for Thomas Nisbet.
There's a slight dent on the front if you can see it.
Slide.
Yeah. Just slight, but yeah, straight on impact as well. That's luckily that was into a tire barrier, so it would have absorbed some of the impact.
Suppose it'll
Either
buff
way.
out.
Yeah,
It'll buff out. A little bit of Prit stick, a little bit of blue tack.
maybe if you get the plunger, you could probably.
No, just get some hot water.
Oh yeah,
Hot water and baby wipes. It'll come right out.
you could probably try sticking it in rice.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yes.
That's for.
So here's your wait, what car does Nisbet drive?
The Vauxhall.
Oh yeah, here's your Vauxhall risotto, sir, as you ordered. A slight tinge of radiator fluid.
Yeah, it's exquisite.
A gourmet meal for a gourmet driver.
So when are we starting our restaurant?
Soon.
You heard it here first, folks. MMS restaurant coming soon. Trademark.
BTCC themed.
Yeah, the BTCC theme would be just like exhaust pipe haggis, I suppose.
Oh, that sounds revolting.
You'll be able to have spaghetti with a side of the remains of Aaron Curtis' blown engine.
It seems that both BMWs are going to be in the points soon, because Redmayne has worked his way up into 7. Norkrantz, we're watching now, has just done away with 2 cars.
Oh god.
Medskal. It was a BTCC themed MMS restaurant.
I thought an idea for like a chicken legs,
God.
but instead of chicken legs, it would be just called Betes legs, and they would be
my
like
God.
special Serbian flavors.
Oh god.
I am not sorry.
Cannibalism now.
No, it'll just be a trademark quirky name, you know,
Oh,
appealing to the youth.
Let's go. Driving a wounded BMW there. Lamy and Redmayne fighting for...
Oh, there is the Lamy. Okay, yeah, that's just adding insult to injury. Yeah, Eddie, just go home. Oh man, what a fall from grace! I said this before.
I don't know. He's just, as soon as I brought attention to him climbing up the points, he seems to just completely drop off from pace. But oh no, anyway.
Yeah, it's a shame for Redmayne to see him that far down the grid, but I think this will essentially secure Nissan Castro Racing possibly the championship, but who knows? There's obviously still one round to go after this one, as you have Steiner Mescal currently in 9th, just one position off the points.
It seems like all the good stuff that was meant to happen now happened on lap 1 of this race, when we saw the Nissan cars kind of go for turn 1 with each other and come together, and now they've kind of made themselves comfortable up in 1 and 2, and it's kind of killed the racing. But Norkrantz is dealing with Szeznikai, which has been processional. There was nothing dramatic about that. But
yeah,
anything that was going to happen has happened, and there's not a lot to talk about. If I'm frank.
Yeah, it's only 2 laps to go, so yeah, the race is ending quite soon. But yeah, there hasn't been, I mean, I guess, yeah, as you said, the biggest drama happened only in the first few laps. Yeah, Zasnishka is spinning. Either way, though, I would say this is still quite a good recovery from Lama Zasnishka, considering that, you know, he spun out from the lead and then just retook the lead. Really shows that his pace today has been really fantastic at Thruxton, and he is making a drive that, you know, well, I guess he wants to make it known that he still wants to push for the championship, and that it may not still be over.
Redmayne has repassed Delalami and is pulling away.
Yeah, and Zasnishka gonna get past Delalami here as well.
Let's see if Redmayne has anything to say about the other Nissan car lapping him.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, obviously traffic played quite a big role in, was it Silverstone? Round 7, I remember.
It played a big role everywhere, but here it just doesn't seem to do much because it's a high-speed circuit where you can just go around.
Yeah, that's very true. I guess things could be different heading into the final round at Silverstone, but we're gonna have Sergei Kozak lapping Eddie Redmayne, and there he goes. I do not know for what time round he's lapped Redmayne now, but now Lama Zasnishka is gonna try to get past him. Is
no issue.
Yeah, he might try though.
Oh.
Might try to put up some resistance to the Serbian, although for how long can he do it? Not very long, it seems like, as Lama Zasnishka gets past and laps Redmayne.
Yeah, it was nothing really. Thought there'd be something that might happen there. There is no battles going on down in the pack, and
no, there's
you
some
have Kajo Sala.
Yeah, I mean, that's a battle for P5. At least we're having something, as obviously they've been lapped, or no, they're lapping Norkrantz, and yeah, look at that. Sala around the outside gets both Kajo and laps Norkrantz at the same time, and you have Di Grassi there. I believe he's also a lapped car, but I think he's looking to unlap himself from Marcus Kajo. There he goes on the inside line, and he gets von Norkrantz as well. Look at that. Nice move from the Italian driver in the Team Dynamics car. As you have Owen Potter there who's in the battle with von Nordkrantz, as Kayo gets the Sweden, the BMW, and Potter is gonna try to get Emil von Nordkrantz there as well. Nordkrantz dropping like a stone as Potter gets it wrong there, and that is gonna send him down quite a bit, and that's Kayo! It's a very dramatic camera pan as Kayo's gone into the barriers.
See what happened there. His engine probably failed or something, but
yeah, I was gonna say that. I think that's probably a reliability failure, but that
he's probably better off that I did that camera pan, because that was pretty sad.
That was quite sad, but that's gonna be Marcus Kayo's race coming to an end, and
meanwhile, the final lap for Laban Shezhnikai, who is going to take a relaxed win here at Thruxton.
it's a very dominant victory. I mean, I assumed after the first lap spin, I was basically assuming that it would be Michael Macher's race for the taking, but no, I think this man has put up an absolutely fantastic effort today, and his pace has been insane. And I think we're gonna have a very, very close championship decider, as he only has one corner to go. Coming around the final corner is Laban Zasnishkai for his second win this season, as he wins in Thruxton, and a very, very dominant drive indeed from the Serbian. Shual Michael Macher, who is just cutting his way through traffic here, is gonna finish second and hold on to his lead for the championship. Heading into the final round of Silverstone, it's going to be a 10-point gap between him and his teammates.
Kozak has finished a good sixth, or a good third, while Redmayne takes a redeeming sixth, and his teammate Norkrantz actually finished out of the points. So
wait, Chetinkaya's out. Chetinkaya's out, and that's on the final lap as well. He was in the points. He was gonna score his... oh, that is cruel. He was gonna score his first points of the season.
He came in, probably with gear... yeah, he's stuck in 6th gear. So he came in. But he couldn't... if his pit stall was just a little bit further, he probably could have crossed the finish line and finished as a lapped car.
Yeah, that's a massive shame for Chetinkaya. But Redmayne finishes 6th, but still that's not enough for him, and that puts him out of championship contention, meaning that into the final round, the only 2 championships contenders will be the 2 Nissan Castrol cars of Michael Macher and Zasnishkai. But yeah, Sergei Kozak finishing 3rd as well. Congratulations to him on his first podium of the season. Very well done from Kozak this race as well. But that has been it for Thruxton. I think before we go, Matt, I think we should give out driver of the day.
Probably Laban for, not having a single misstep that entire race from start.
Well, I mean,
coming back from a mistake in the first corner and then going on to dominate the entire race without issue.
Yeah, I mean, Zasnishka, obviously, it looked like it'd all be over for him with that spin, but still, I mean, taking pole in qualifying and just delivering an absolutely fantastic drive. He just pushed on all the way until the end and secured a very, very dominant win, and I think he looks very good heading into Silverstone as well. So Laban Zasnishka earns my driver of the day as well. But now then, I think it is time to round it off for BTCC. Thank you so much for watching this race here at Thruxton. Round 9 is done and dusted, and we only have one round to go. The season finale, the championship decider of BTCC, where we will crown our first British Touring Car Championship at a national layout of Silverstone. It's going to be Laban Zasnishkai versus Shual Michael Macher, the 2 Nissans but only one can come out as champion. Until then, I have been Miran.
And we have had a commentary from Kai and myself, Matthew. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
Goodbye.